ज्येष्ठ शुक्ल एकादशी, भीमसेनी और निर्जला एकादशी कथा. The story of Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi, Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi, Jyesht Shukla Ekadashi from Brahma Vaivarth Puran. Once Bhimsen, the younger brother of Maharaj Yudhishthir, asked the great sage Shri Vyasdev, the grandfather of the Pandavas, if it is possible to return to the spiritual world without having observed all the rules and regulations of the Ekadashi fasts. Bhimsen then spoke as follows: O greatly intelligent and learned grandfather, my brother Yudhishthir, my dear mother Kunti, and my beloved wife Draupadi, as well as Arjun, Nakul, and Sahadev, fast completely on each Ekadashi and strictly follow all the rules, guidelines, and regulative injunctions of that sacred day. Being very religious, they always tell me that I should also fast on that day too. But, O learned grandfather, I tell them that I cannot live without eating. I can give widely in charity and worship Lord Keshava properly. I cannot but be asked to fast on Ekadashi. Please tell me how I can obtain the same merits result without fasting. Hearing these words, the grandsir of Bhim, Sri Vasudev, said, if you want to go to the heavenly planets and avoid the hellish planets, you should indeed observe a fast on both the light and dark Ekadashis. Bhim replied, O great saintly intelligent grandfather, please listen to me. O greatest of Munis, since I cannot live if I eat only once in a day, how can I possibly live if I fast completely? Within my stomach burns a special fire named Vrika, the fire of digestion. Only when I eat to my full satisfaction does the fire in my stomach become satisfied. O great sage, I might possibly be able to fast only once. So I beg that you tell me of the Ekadashi that is worthy of my fasting and that includes all other Ekadashis. I shall faithfully observe the fast and hopefully still become eligible for liberation. Sri Vedvyasji replied, O king, you have heard from me about the various kinds of occupational duties, such as elaborate Vedic ceremonies and pujas. Observing Ekadashi strictly is a great aid in that process. One who fasts on Ekadashis is saved from going to the hellish planets. Hearing Sri Vyasji's words, the son of Vayu, Bhimsen, the strongest of all warriors, became frightened and began to shake like a leaf. The frightened Bhimsen then said, O grandfather, what should I do? I am completely unable and ill equipped to fast twice in a month throughout the year. Please tell me of the one fasting day that will bestow the greatest benefits upon me. Vyasji replied, without drinking even water, you should fast on the Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight of the month of Jyesht, May-June, when the sun travels in the sign of Taurus and Gemini. According to learned personalities, on this day one may bathe and perform Achman for Pratiprokshan purification. But while performing Achman, one may drink only that amount of water equal to a drop of gold, or that amount it takes to immerse a single mustard seed. Only this amount of water should be placed in the right palm for sipping, which one should form to resemble a cow's ear. One must certainly not eat anything for if he does so, he breaks his fast. This rigid fast is in effect from sunrise on the Ekadashi day to sunrise on the Dwadashi day. If a person endeavors to observe this great fast very strictly, he easily achieves the result of observing all 24 other Ekadashi fasts throughout the entire year. On Dwadashi, the devotee should bathe early in the morning. Then, according to the prescribed rules, guidelines, and regulative injunctions, and of course, depending on his ability, he should give some charity and water to worthy Brahmins. Finally, he should cheerfully honor prasadam with a Brahmin. O Bhimsen, one who can fast on this special Ekadashi in this manner reaps the benefit of having fasted on every Ekadashi during the year. There is no doubt of this, nor should there be. O Bhim, now hear the specific merit one gets by fasting on this Ekadashi. The Supreme Lord Keshava, who told me, personally told me, everyone should take shelter of me and follow my instructions. Then he told me that one who fasts on this Ekadashi without taking even drinking water or eating becomes free of all sinful reactions, and that one who observes the difficult Nirjala fast on Jyeshta Shukla Ekadashi truly reaps the benefit of all other Ekadashi fasts. Whoever fasts on this Ekadashi receives the merits of bathing in all the places of pilgrimage, giving all kinds of charity to worthy persons, and fasting on all the dark and light Ekadashis throughout the year in one go. Of this there is no doubt. And at the fearful moment of death, the terrible Yamdutas will refuse to approach him. Rather, such a faithful soul will at once be taken to the supreme abode of Lord Vishnu by the Vishnu Dutas in Vishnu's vehicle to heaven. It is to gain all these benefits that one should certainly fast on this very auspicious and important Ekadashi, even from water. The day one should chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya and do the charity of a cow. As per the instructions of Vyasji, Bhimsen kept this fast, and thus this Ekadashi is known as Bhimseni or Pandav Ekadashi. Shri Vyasdev continued, you should pray to the Supreme Lord, Lord Shri Krishna, in this way making your Sankalp declaration. O Lord of all Devas, O Supreme Lord, today I shall observe Ekadashi without taking any water. I shall break fast on the next day, Dwadashi. Thereafter, to remove all his sins, the devotee should honor this Ekadashi fast with full faith in the Lord and with full control over his senses. The sins that have been accumulated all become nullified and are burned to ashes. Such is the greatest power of this Ekadashi. On this day, then he should give a qualified Brahmin some cloth or a pot filled with water. Indeed, the merit achieved by giving water alone equals that gained by giving gold 10 million times a day. Observance of this Ekadashi fast alone promotes one to the supreme abode of Sri Vishnu. Remember, whosoever eats any grain on Ekadashi becomes contaminated by sin and verily eats only sin. In effect, he has already become a dog eater, and after death he suffers a hellish existence. Observing this Ekadashi, which is merged with Dwadashi, frees one from the horrible sin of killing a Brahmin, drinking liquor and wine, becoming envious of one's spiritual master, and ignoring his instructions and continually telling lies. O son of Kunti, with devotion, any man or woman who observes this fast properly and worships the Supreme Lord, he who sleeps on the water, and who on the next day satisfies a qualified Brahmin with nice sweets and a donation of cows and money, such a person certainly pleases the Supreme Lord Vasudeva. Indeed, one who observes this amazing Ekadashi rides on a glorious celestial airplane, Viman, to the Lord's abode. One who on this day gave a Brahman a water pot, an umbrella, or shoes surely goes to the heavenly planets. Indeed, he who simply hears these glories also attains to the transcendental abode of the Supreme Lord, Shri Vishnu. But this same merit is achieved by him who simply hears this sacred narration, so powerful and so dear to the Lord in this Ekadashi. Thus ends the narration of the glories of Jyesht Shukla Ekadashi or Bhimseni Nirjala Ekadashi from the Brahma Vaivarth Purana. Om Sarvam Shri Krishnarpadam Astu.